This is the prize pool of the most prestigious StarCraft 2 tournament, WCS Global Finals. The year is 2015 and a young and promising French player makes it to the top 16 qualified players. The event is stacked with the best players, and all of them, except the French, happen to be from South Korea. However, Lilbow shouldn't be scared. It's not his first time playing against the hardest opponents. In fact, he just won a premier event in Europe and became the first non-Korean player to win a big event featuring other Korean players. And believe me, it was a very difficult task to do in years of Korean domination in StarCraft 2. And here is Live, the guy who would be sent to prison 1 year later for match fixing. Oh, he was also erased from the whole StarCraft 2 history for his crimes. But actually, it's not relevant to the story. Live, by the way, was the greatest Zerg player in the world, just like Serral nowadays. He was a very fast, skillful player, known for his perfect link control. Actually, many people even believed that he would win the whole tournament. Lilbow was very unlucky with this seeding. But he was a Protoss player, and his race had a lot of tricks and gimmicks to surprise his opponent, and many people expected him to do something unusual and creative, or at least just play straightforward, hardcore macro games and try to be the Korean beast. Of course, many people also thought that Lilbow was just an underdog, but he still had pretty good chances. The first map starts, the crowd is cheering for the French hero, the attention of all fans is riveted to this match, the last foreign hope performs. On Moonlight Madness, there is a secret passage behind each player's base, but you need to clear the rocks before accessing it. Live proceeds to do exactly this move and amasses a big army of Zerglings. To be honest, it's a very risky strategy. To counter this, you just need to scout your backyard a little bit, and you've just won your first map. That's the best deal you could have in this game. That's a very easy counterplay.
So fast as well, like 6 minutes 10, and he's gonna walk inside that main, and Lilbow might just have to say GG pretty much immediately.
Too much. That's too much. He doesn't have any defense against this. He's just walking straight into the main base. He sees a few more links flooding through, but that's huge numbers already. Lilbow is completely caught here, and he's actually throwing down 3 more gateways in the natural. This was good crisis management considering, but at the same time, there's no more extra force fields he has. He's going to try and wall this off, but there's still that destructible debris here. He needs to wall this off with the probes or something, but they've already filtered through. GG, game number 1 goes to Life, and the Lings get in regardless. And let's hope for a lot of foreign fans that that is not the precursor to the entire series.
Well, what a blunder, but never mind, happens to the best of us. On the next map called Coda, Live goes for another early attack. At this time, Lilbow is prepared, he has seen and scouted it all, and in his position the hold should be relatively easy.
This is going to be really difficult. Microing back in, he's just trying to weaken that one Zealot. He's not losing Zerglings against it. He's going to bring the Banelings forwards. There's only 4 of them there at the moment. The 5th one's going to need to move on forwards with this as well. Kills off that one pylon.
Well, that was underwhelming. Mothership Core is now on the way.
Yeah. And there's more Zerglings on the way as well.
If he starts a sentry now and gets it out, he might be okay. He needs to corner boost that. He can maybe get a bunch of pylons on the right hand side, but that core is under siege. The Zealot moves out and gets surrounded.
It's got surrounded perfectly here by the Zerglings. He wants to kill it off, and he's going to finish it off as well. He needs to get that cybernetics core. He needs to finish it off as quickly as he can. Baneling wants to walk through. He needs to get that through so he can kill this off and just get through these buildings.
I don't think the sentry will come out. The gateway's taking so much damage.
Oh my god, the Zerglings managed to get through. They finally break through all of this. Lilbow, he tried to build the Great Wall, but it wasn't enough.
And now he can't make sentries.
I think
he lost the cyber core.
Yeah, he sealed off the wall though for just a few more Zerglings, but I mean now the probes are under attack. He's not going to be able to mine in time, and it's still actually loose here. There's more and more Zerglings. Banelings being morphed in as well here in the main base. This Mothership Core is all he's really going to have, with a few Zealots here and there to try and deny this, but he's already losing probe after probe. This is a catastrophe here for Lilbow. He's down to 4 workers, 3, 2, 1, and that is GG. Life continues to completely destroy Lilbow here with just Lings and Banelings alone.
Well, both maps took less than 20 minutes to finish, and it looks kinda sad already. Lilbow can still make a reverse sweep and win the series, especially knowing that Life is really cocky, plays risky, and can be punished for that. This scenario repeats itself. Map number 3, Life goes for the earliest possible attack.
knows a forge is going down. He knows there's a pylon behind all of this as well. He has to break through here and then get in there as quickly as possible, because now he knows with the forge finishing up, a cannon has already begun. The probes are going to have to micro themselves around this cannon here to try and protect it for as long as possible. The gateway is going to slow down these links from getting in. He's building an entire wall around it, so the cannon has a good chunk of time here to actually finish. This is good control here so far by Lilbow, but now he has to go to combat. Needs to buy as much time as possible for that cannon to finish, but it's already gone on top of these links here, right in the position, but I think he might be able to buy enough time, but there's so many probes already dying off. Cancels the pylons, needs as many probes, minerals as possible, and he has bought enough time.
Yeah, Lilbow comes out of this here with 12 probes against just 7 drones. Life made a single drone here behind this. He made links for way too long, and in the end that didn't work, but behind this he's gonna start building up his own economy. Now Queen's about to come out as well. If Lilbow had survived with a few more probes, I'd comfortably say that he's quite a bit ahead, but right now, I'm not sure we should be able to say so, really, even though he's got 14 probes here.
I think one of the important things during all of this was he had that gateway finishing up, or at least built in there and finishing up while all this was going on, right? So it doesn't put him too slight behind when it comes to that tech or anything like that. Of course, Life is still behind in economy, but having this gateway finished up and good to go, always knowing the one at the front was going to die is very important.
Yeah. It's really cool that Lilbow had a probe out on the map as well. He saw that Life never started a second hatchery, which actually, look at this. Life is still manning gas. Is it time for another bailing nest?
Oh my god, it could be.
Even though Lilbow held the attack, he still had a tough decision to make. Either go for an all-in counter-attack or try to play it safe and build up a better economy. Lilbow chose first, but his army was spread so thin that Life jumped on his forces like a lion on its prey.
Once again with the force fields and takes a perfect fight. He's going to be so hard.
He's going to catch the reinforcements!
There's a few force fields to work with.
Yeah, there is. I don't think it's enough either, these lings. I think they might be sacrificing themselves. But I mean, of course, it's for the greater good because he's buying more time. He's buying more time for the roaches to get out towards the front, one would think. But at the same time, this is still quite a force itself. But he doesn't want to get force field off against all of this. And he will do. 3 spine crawlers here might not be enough. The Queen is going to actually add on a little bit extra damage, but it doesn't have an injury for transfuses. One of the spines actually already falls here. Second one, it's kind of going down, and there's not that many lings left over. The roaches need to pile out, but he got the pylon. There's no more extra reinforcements here with the roaches coming out. It's only sentries left for Lilbow. He has nothing left here, and with that, that is GG, and Life will take the series 3-0.
So the whole series took only 25 minutes, and it's probably the record-breaking fastest series that ever happened on a championship of such level. But what was the reason? How did it happen that Lilbow, who was considered to be the best European player, lost so fast? And many people started mocking the French player for his loss. He took it to Twitter and Facebook and explained that instead of preparing for this particular event, he was practicing in a new game edition, Legacy of the Void, that should be released very soon.
To prepare for BlizzCon, I almost didn't practice at all. Because it's not that I don't take this match seriously, but I think preparing the transition to LOTV is more important because I could practice 1 month to maybe only lose in one best of 5.
While it probably was a true reason, people didn't like such an attitude, and it drew even more criticism. Lilbow kept on saying how little Fs he gave about the tournament, and that his real fans are not, quote, roaches, and won't criticize him for such a logical decision. And Lilbow eventually proceeded to play a new version of StarCraft 2, but surprisingly he had a lot more difficulties adapting to the new game. His results dropped significantly compared to what he had in 2015, and of course, people were ready to jump at him and say that he is just preparing for StarCraft 3 to come. Furthermore, 9 months later, Lilbow quit StarCraft 2 to play Overwatch competitively, and later he became a coach in that game. So the memes and jokes intensified, and for every loss people were saying even more mean things to Lilbow. And if you think this was the worst series, check out these 2 matches. See you next time!